I want you to give up. Just quit. I know that goes against every single thing you've been told since you were a child. But I spent the first 50 years of my life trying to win the game. I tried to earn happiness. I chased it. I wrestled it. I begged for it. And it almost put me in the ground. I am 85 now. And the exact moment I finally surrendered, the moment I decided to become a total, complete failure in the eyes of society, is the moment I actually started living. You are carrying a boulder on your back, and you don't even know it's there. Sit down for a second, and I'll show you how to drop it. So, look at me. I live in a rusted-out 1974 Airstream trailer out in the dirt. I don't own a piece of land. I don't have a stock portfolio. I wear the same 3 flannel shirts until the elbows blow out. But I wasn't always a ghost. Back in 1961, I was sitting in a lecture hall at Yale Law School. I was a golden boy. I had the suits. I had the pristine haircut. I had the entire goddamn matrix laid out at my feet. I was supposed to be a master of the universe. And I remember looking at the professors, looking at the alumni who came back to give us speeches. These men had millions of dollars. They had power. And their eyes were dead. I realized right then the summit was a lie. The peak of the mountain was just a graveyard of exhausted men pretending they weren't suffocating. So I left the degree. I left the matrix. And I became nothing. And I am telling you, sitting here in this metal tube with nothing to my name, I am infinitely more peaceful than the billionaires who are currently paying for your attention. You see, society is a business. It's a transaction. And you physically cannot build a massive multi-billion-dollar economy out of people who are content. If you wake up and you look at the ceiling and you say, you know what? I'm okay. I have enough. Well, you become entirely useless to the machine. So they have to invent a disease. And that disease is the feeling that you are constantly missing out. They tell you that happiness is a destination. It's a place you arrive at, but only after you buy their map. I remember I spent the late 70s bartending down in Key West. I used to serve these guys, these Wall Street hotshots who'd come down for the weekend. They had the gold Rolexes. They had the sports cars. They had caught the rabbit, right? They won the race. But I would pour them a drink, and I would look in their eyes. They were terrified. Absolutely terrified, because they had bought the car, and they had bought the beach house, and they realized the hole in their chest was still there. It didn't fill it. That didn't work. And so, what did they do? They doubled down. Well, maybe I just need a bigger house. Maybe a bigger boat. It's a sickness. It's a hamster wheel covered in velvet. They want you to feel ashamed when you fail their little optimization test. They want you to think quitting makes you a loser. Listen to me. Quitting their game isn't weakness. It is the ultimate rebellion. When you decide to just be perfectly content sitting on a porch with a cup of cheap coffee, you become bulletproof. They can't sell fear to a man who doesn't want anything. They can't control a woman who is already at peace. Your contentment is a weapon. Clears throat. Now, my generation, we just tried to buy with money. That was our mistake. We were stupid. But I look at what they are doing to you folks today, and it is God, it is so much worse. It is deeply, deeply sinister. Because now, they don't just sell you products. They sell you a optimization. I hear these kids talking when I go into town. They've got rings on their fingers tracking how they sleep. They've got apps on their phones telling them when to drink a damn glass of water. They schedule their meditation blocks. They are trying to hack their own humanity. If I just wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I sit in a tub of freezing water, and I drink my green sludge, then my brain chemistry will be perfectly balanced, and I will finally be happy. You are turning yourselves into machines. You are trying to treat a spiritual void with an algorithm. You are walking up a mountain, and every single time you see an influencer or read a self-help book or set a new goal, you are putting another brick into your backpack. I need to make 6 figures. Brick. I need to have a perfect morning routine. Brick. I need to find my ultimate purpose. Brick. You are exhausted because your backpack weighs 400 pounds. And the greatest secret I can ever give you is that you can just take the backpack off. You don't have to carry any of it. The moment you empty the bag, the mountain actually becomes easy to climb. When you turn being happy into a project, you introduce the possibility of failure. So now you're not just sad. Now you feel guilty for being sad. You feel like a complete failure because your $50 ice bath didn't cure your existential dread. And the cruelest part of it all, the absolute sickest joke, you carry a little growing rectangle in your pocket that shows you the highlight reels of 8 billion other people. Every single time you look at that screen, you are shown someone who is younger than you, richer than you, and seemingly happier than you. They are lying to you. I've been on this earth for 85 years. I have talked to thousands of people, runaways, drifters, CEOs, politicians, and I will tell you a universal truth right now. The people who have to show you how happy they are the most agonizingly miserable people on the face of the earth. They are performing. They are putting on a play. And you are sitting in the audience hating your own real, authentic life because it doesn't look like their fake one. Let me give you a little perspective from the end of the road. In 100 years, every single person who is judging you right now will be dead. The people you are trying to impress on the internet, dead. The boss you are terrified of, gone. All of this stress, you are agonizing over a stage play where the theater is going to be demolished tomorrow. None of it matters. And I don't mean that to be depressing. I mean it to set you free. If none of it matters, you are allowed to just enjoy your Tuesday. Boredom, sadness, frustration, those aren't bugs in the system. That is the system. You don't need to fix it. You just need to stop listening to the salesman. I don't mean I gave up on life. I mean I gave up the chase. I said to the universe, I am not going to try to be happy today. I am just going to be here. If I was sad, I was just sad. I didn't try to fix it. If I was tired, I was just tired. I stopped fighting the current. I dropped the empty backpack, and the strangest damn thing happened. When you stop demanding that life make you happy, life becomes incredibly beautiful. When you remove the pressure of the pursuit, the space fills up with peace. You want to know the secret to happiness? Quit. Resign from the game. Stop trying to optimize yourself. Throw the sleep tracker in the garbage. Stop reading books written by 25-year-old kids who haven't lived long enough to know what real, actual loss even smells like. Give yourself permission to just be a flawed, tired, messy human being. Tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up. I don't want you to meditate. I don't want you to journal. I want you to go outside, look at a damn tree, and say, I have absolutely nothing to achieve today. Stop trying to be happy, my friend. Just be here. It's more than enough.